Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeny has very genes. Sydney Sweeny has very genes.
And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing.
Sydney Sweeny has very genes. Sydney Sweeny has very genes.
Okay, so for some reason I have to cover this topic because it's just sad at this point. So I don't understand the issue with American Eagles Sydney Sweeney ad. I don't understand how that has turned the world upside down within a matter of a week and a half to 2 weeks. But y'all motherfuckers are stupid as hell, especially the black liberals and especially Mark Lamont Hill and all the people on TikTok bitching about white supremacy because a blue-eyed white girl with a nice body is modeling for American Eagle. I don't understand who are they supposed to get because if I'm not mistaken at all, there's brands that have black models. And if American Eagle wants to say that Sydney Sweeney has good genes, even though it's a wordplay, she does have good genes, but she also is wearing American Eagle clothes, which is their brand. That was the whole point. But of course, it became Sydney Sweeney is with white supremacy and they're trying to down other races' genes. No, everybody knows Asian, white, Hispanic women have better genes than white girls. Everybody knows that. That is just a straight up fact. There's nothing wrong with Sydney Sweeney being an attractive white girl with blue eyes and some titties. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because for some reason, for all the necessary complaining, all the women who wear contacts tend to go to blue or go to another color. Y'all go to not your natural eye color. So I don't understand the problem. And then honestly, it is just because Sydney Sweeney's white. Let's just keep it a buck. It's because Sydney Sweeney's white. I think we have fallen so far from society. It is just, we are in hell and we really can't get any lower. And it's just a little sad. Now, this is more so a liberal thing. This is more so like the left, the body positivity people, the people who are constantly saying black women genes are not respected, the same people. Like, I don't really see Hispanic or Asian women complaining about this. It's the liberals and black women and some black men who are just on the fence about this. And I don't get it because it's American Eagle. They can pick whoever the hell they want to pick to market their brand. It's their business, not yours. So why are you in this rage bait, this rage quit because Sydney Sweeney's modeling for American Eagle? Even if they'd have said Sydney Sweeney has great genes, Jeans, y'all still would have been bitching about it. Y'all have been like, why couldn't a black girl wear the jeans? Why wasn't it Jennifer Hudson? What was the company? Didn't somebody just have Beyonce model their clothes? And her booty was all delicious looking in the commercial, and I had no complaints about that. I'm pretty sure Pierce Morgan says that to Mark Lamont Hill, as a matter of fact. And I think I have the clip, and I might show it in this video. Matter of fact, I might damn sure show it in this video because it needs to be shown. Because Mark Lamont Hill is just fucking irritating. But Beyonce just modeled somebody's clothing brand earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. She had the cowgirl hat on, and she was in a laundromat. And she had a butt out, and she put on somebody's pants. I don't think it's American Eagle. Damn it, who is it? But yeah, so somebody had Beyonce on the joint. Beyonce older than a lot of these joints, and she's in her 40s, and they picked Beyonce. They could have picked Keke Palmer. They could have picked Jackson Clare. They could have picked um, the Coco Landria from Dear White People. They could have picked Logan Browning. They could have picked any of these sisters out here. Hell, they could have picked Madison Petite if they wanted to. They could have picked any of these sisters out here. They didn't pick them. They picked Beyonce. So my thing is, what is the overarching issue if she is modeling American Eagle? In which, can I throw in, black people don't even wear American Eagle like that. Black people don't buy American Eagle clothes like that. I mean, we kind of used to back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, before the 2010s hit, and then we stopped wearing that shit. We stopped wearing that shit. I don't really see a lot of black people really wearing American Eagle like that. I'm not saying that we don't, but we don't wear it like that. And truth be told, I don't think we really want to anymore. Let's be honest. American Eagle is a very, very, very successful clothing line. They know exactly who their audience is. White teenagers and 20 something year old white people. That is their main audience. I don't care who you've seen walking around with a shirt on. I don't care who you know. Their main audience is white folks. So who are they going to market to the most? Who puts the most money in their pocket? White folks. If you go to a Jordan commercial, you're going to see a black dude more times than not rocking them sneakers. Why? Because Jordan's number one audience is African American people. So I don't understand what the issue is. We got Michael Jordan who says, I'm gonna put black people in my shoes in the commercials. You got American Eagle saying, I'm gonna put a white girl in our clothes in the commercials. And let's keep it a buck. American Eagle's money has gone up. Their stock has gone up since they put that white girl in them clothes and said she got great jeans and had her with her little ninnies out on the commercial. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. And if black women specifically and black people or the liberal left want to complain and bitch and whine about something, why don't you open your own clothing brand and market exactly who you want to market? If you want a body positivity clothing line, you open a big girl clothing line, a big dude clothing line, and you market big people wearing those clothes. If you want a fitness clothing line, you market people who do fitness wearing those clothes. It doesn't make sense to me that this is why I walk so not with the liberals, right? Because it's mostly them. Let's be honest. We know the conservatives ain't bitching. Conservative white men love white girls with blue eyes and titties. And they love them girls skinny. So let's just be real. Unless you're a redneck, then you got a big ass birthday in your trailer park. But for the most part, white conservative men do not care about that commercial. They're happy that commercial exists because we've been hearing people complain about forcing people who are overweight with heart problems to be the loving global standard of beauty, in the country and the world is never going to do that. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And we got to acknowledge the fact that, again, American Eagle is making money. You think they're not about to have Sydney Sweeny do another commercial? Watch this. All this outburst and backlash. You got white girls pushing back, and you got the people in the corporations. You got white men pushing back. So it's like, look, we're gonna have ours whether y'all like it or not. So we need to have ours whether they like it or not. That's just the answer. But let me show y'all this clip of Mark Lamont Hill real fast, because that shit is frustrating as fuck.
You used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm. And we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real. And so when we say good genes are the
What
ones
a
that...
load of crap. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show. What a load of crap. I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad. Everybody drooled over it. I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man?
There we go. Piers Morgan had to shut that down. The shorty next to Piers Morgan on the screen, I can't remember her name, but I know she do a lot of famous content too. She went off. She had a whole situation about how they've been trying to make fat women the lovely global beauty standard, and it ain't gonna happen. And I'm really over motherfuckers like Mark Lamont Hill, because it's like trying to make it seem like African American men haven't been sexualized in media for the goddamn longest. White men are not as sexualized as black men. I'd say black men are the most over sexualized men on the planet. We have a global fetishized sexualization going on. But the black men have bigger dicks, and black men are just this, that, and third. They're more this, that, and third. They this, and this. We are the most fetishized group of men on the planet. I don't think white men are looked up as the sexiest dudes on the planet, except by white girls and a large amount of Asian girls. But for the most part, every race of women, for the most part, find black men attractive, even if they probably wouldn't date us because of the stereotype or because their parents will probably fucking beat them. But for the most part, they find us attractive. I've never met a woman in I have met at least one woman of each race who finds black men attractive. So it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that black women aren't attractive or any other race isn't attractive. I've seen Asian models, I've seen Hispanic models, I've seen black models, white models. Now, back when I was a kid, I didn't see as many of those models as I did white women. But here's the thing with that. America is a white ran country, whether you like it the fuck or not. But if you go over to China or Japan or Korea, Asian women are the beauty standard. If you go to Colombia or Dominican Republic or Brazil, Hispanic women are the beauty standard. If you go to Egypt, Egyptian women are the beauty standard. You go to Africa or Ghana or Nigeria or Guyana, places like that, black women are the beauty standard. So it doesn't matter because America is run by who they want to run it by. If y'all want to talk about this, and the third, understand we've had black women. We've had Naomi Campbell. We've had fucking Tyra Banks. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a lot of the Jones we have now. Let's be honest. Halle Berry was the most beautiful woman in the world 3 times in a row. That's a black woman, bro. Black men and white men wanted to fuck Halle Berry. Hispanic men wanted to fuck Halle Berry. Everybody was in love with Halle Berry in the early to mid 2000s. That is a straight up fact. Everyone loved Halle Berry in the 90s. Straight up fact. There wasn't a person, there wasn't a man walking this earth that I met or have seen on television or have seen in movies say they didn't love Halle Berry. We all loved Halle Berry. So it is what it is. So what I'm saying is like it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, yeah, Beyonce literally modeled the clothes and everybody was like, damn, Beyonce body on a beam. Like it's always been. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people on the internet drawing, like it's like y'all making a battle out of nothing. Literally nothing. It's like, okay, so what? They put Sydney Sweeny in some jeans. They say she got good jeans. It was a play on words. Y'all always get offended by shit that don't make sense, but don't want to fight for something that should. So this is my thing. If you want to be modeled, you want to say you got good jeans, make your own clothing brand, put the people you want up in center, model them, market them, and that's what you'll get. But if you're not going to be doing that or willing to do that, shut up and play the game. Shut up and play the game. It's a fair market out here. It is a fair market out here as far as being able to market. You got Instagram, you got TikTok. You can market your own clothing brand. You can market your own clothing brand with the models that you want. You can do that. You can do a lot now. You don't have to be, I got to step over the line and wait in line and this, that, and third, man. If you don't stop playing and go on the internet, use this internet to your advantage. If y'all can market your vaginas, y'all can market your butts, your boobs, and everything else, y'all can market your own clothing brands. But that would require you to actually build something. So this is the issue right here. You cannot force a standard that they do not want. It's never going to happen. They control who hits the screen, whether you like it or not. And Sydney Sweeny hit the screen. And this might also have something to do with Sydney Sweeny being outed as a Republican by BuzzFeed, which I think is fucking ridiculous, by the way. She should sue them for that because they also, I think, had her address on that joint. Like they showed her address, her political affiliation, some other shit. So I think she should sue BuzzFeed for real because that is out of pocket. I hope that's fake, but if it isn't, she should be really running their pockets because that's they put that girl in danger if they did something like that. For real. A lot of weirdos out here. There's a lot of haters out here. A lot of malicious people out here. And they just outed the girl and put her whole information out there for the whole world to see. Somebody done screenshot that shit and said, I'll be there tomorrow. And like I said, man, black women, y'all the finest woman on the planet. Y'all should not be worried about one blue-eyed white girl marketing from a mostly white purchased fucking clothing brand. Mostly white people wear American Eagle. We don't wear it like that. So what are we complaining for? That's on them. That's them. They want her. Yeah, like I said, their money went up because more white men said, shit, I'm going to wear these jeans. White girl said, Sydney Sweeny, look, bomb shit in these jeans. Let me go get these jeans. So I like Sydney Sweeny. It's the same thing y'all do when y'all want y'all big ass butt looking pants and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get this because Beyonce did it or because Sierra got a body. Or y'all follow the same thing. It's just we don't have our own clothing brands like that to do what American Eagle did. If we did, this wouldn't be a problem or anyone bitching on Piers Morgan about it. So that's where we need to start. Everything that we're bitching about is where we need to start doing it ourselves. And when we start to do it ourselves, that's when we'll see the difference. That's when we can control who sees our commercials, who sees our people for how we want our people to be seen. I have no issues with anybody doing that. Shit, Uniqlo is a Japanese brand. They got Japanese people modeling their clothes. So do what you want with that information, man. Do what y'all want with that information. It's just like it's not really adding up. I think the internet blew this up way more than they should have. I think a lot of African American women always got to find a way to just be mad at white girls, even though they ain't really doing shit to you. Um, I'm getting over this whole, and I think this is why the Democrats and the liberals is getting chewed apart because it's like y'all keep trying to do the same stupid shit. Oh, you're not trying to force somebody to be attracted to something? How dare you? Like, nigga, you can't force attraction. I wish you could, but you really can't. You can't force people to just be like, yeah, well, this person is in the shape that I don't really like them. I like their personality, and some people can do that. You see what I'm saying? Some people really can like do that, but it's not the norm. And I think we're trying to force this possibility over probability, and I think that's where the game's getting fucked up. So, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with this ad. I think it just get blown way out of proportion. That's just my personal opinion on it. Mark Lamar Hill, you really just I don't know, bro. You just fucking kill me, bro. Like you gotta chill with that shit. And for the people who are mad at Sydney Sweeny, please touch grass. Please go outside. There's air out here. There's people out here. Girls out here with Sydney Sweeney's body. Matter of fact, the men who are trying to comment on it and saying like, "Oh, this is bad for the women." Please, they're never gonna sit on your dick, bro. Just stop. And with that being said, I'm just gonna close it with that. You've been here with the Black Intellectual. I will see y'all in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more.